the Orange Freeway. We're here live from Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Game number 3 of this new season between the Chicago White Sox and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac as we get set for a pretty hotly anticipated Major League debut on the mound, Dan.
Yeah, you know what, Matt? This organization has been waiting for this guy for a long time. It'll be interesting to see early on if he's affected by any nerves. You never know what kind of start you're going to get from a guy in his debut. But from the word we've heard, this guy pounds the strike zone. And if he does that, his stuff should take care of it.
It's baseball. It's the show. And it comes your way next. Jack Morris will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy had a year you'd love to forget last year. Awfully ugly. We'll see if he can rebound and pitch much better. And if he doesn't, his spot in the rotation could be in jeopardy. It'll be awfully important that he gets off to a good start in this one.
So now here is Ty Cobb, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one.
First pitch, 105.
A ball and a strike to our leadoff man here this afternoon. These Angels, as they enter play here this afternoon, fellas, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
Batting second.
Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Matty, I love the way this lineup's constructed. Talking to the manager before the game, he focused on the fact that they have a pass the baton mentality. Everything's flowing for this lineup. Chance to score a lot of runs.
To the plate now, Joe Morgan, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. One out, nobody on. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch. And he struck him out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Ricky Henderson.
Standing in now, Ricky Henderson, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball one. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. In there, 1-1.
1-1.
Very high, 2-1.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Next, it'll be Willie Stargell. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you could extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
And now the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Lifted the other way to left center. Left fielder giving chase. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. White Sox leave one, and now the Angels get their first opportunity in this one. No score. Jose Fernandez is handed the ball for his much anticipated debut. Dan, what do you have on this guy?
Well, Matt, listen, there's a lot of expectation for this guy. He kind of blitzed his way right through the minor league system. All he needs to do is do what got him through the minor leagues to this big league debut here. Keep control of himself. Make sure that he's not afraid to throw the ball over the strike zone. And with a lot of young pitchers, don't give the opposing hitters too much credit. Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike. 2 balls and a strike to the Angels leadoff hitter. And the pitch on 2-1. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first in time. 1 away.
Batting second.
Well, here's a look now at the Angels starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Yeah, Matty, this team poses a lot of problems offensively. This is a scary lineup because they can beat you in a variety of ways. Not only do they have power in the middle of the order, but a ton of speed that can put some serious pressure on the defense.
So up steps Ozzie Albies as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Now here's the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And 2-2.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third. The shortstop, Alex Rodriguez.
Now into the box, Alex Rodriguez. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Here's the pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Into center field. Line drive base hit. Throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Angels go down 1-2-3. Still no score. Plate now, Reggie Jackson. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. And that misses 1-1. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Reggie. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. The next 1-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. The classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
So now to the plate, Cal Ripken. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Morris has his target. Here's the 1-0. Hit on the ground out to short. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Batting 7, the third baseman, Alex Rodriguez.
Now to bat, Alex Rodriguez. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Nope, that's a ball. Ball back there.
Now the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
That one's in there, 3-1. Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
Now at the plate is Gary Carter, man at first after the 2-out walk. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back in standing. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Trying to move into scoring position with 2 away, but not to be as we get another look. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this. So here's the cleanup hitter, Matt Williams.
And
he'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
The third baseman, Matt Williams.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Drilled to the right side. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark.
Albert
Matt Williams has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
In now, Albert Bell. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. Fernandez has generated quite a bit of hype during his minor league career, and it wouldn't be too surprising if some of these opposing fans bought tickets primarily to see him pitch and maybe boo him in his debut.
Well, listen, this is the much-anticipated debut, and they're not making it easy for him as he's making his debut on the road, but that must tell you what the organization or what that manager feels about this young pitcher. If they feel confident enough to run him out there on the road in his debut, that tells you they really like this guy.
Batting 6.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And, guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Williams, base runner at first with one out. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carried. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
Here's another 2-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Acuna digs in now as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here, take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Angels strand 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Gary Carter.
Number 8, Gary Carter.
First pitch on its way.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Fouled off. The 1-1. And he misses 2-1. Now here's the pitch. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Off speed pitch, just missed inside.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Now a fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called and a questionable first out of the inning.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Into the box, Jose Fernandez. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Morris has his target. Here's the 0-1. Third inning, no score to this point. Boy, and that's about as bad as you can fool a guy. It's 1-2.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. So he comes up empty in his first major league at bat.
I know he was expecting more, but that's a win. If you can put the ball in play your first big league AB, and you're able to get that adrenaline and the nerves out of you, that's a win right there.
To the plate now, Ty Cobb, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. And good for him. Ty Cobb has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Now back, second base.
Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. Into the box now, Joe Morgan. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the 0-1. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
After that off-balance swing right there, you find yourself down 0-2 and wishing you were back on deck with the donut on your bat, visualizing hitting a home run.
And he'll step out for a third time now. Boy, rather indecisive up there. And he misses there, 1-2. He pulls this one into right, and that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
The left fielder, number 24.
Man, that's surprising, Dan. This guy's flailing and stuffing the dirt and above his head to get to 2 strikes, and then he lays him the cookie.
Well, you would think after throwing 2 pitches out of the zone that he would triple up and throw a third one either up, down, or in and out, but that one right in the middle of the strike zone.
Stepping in now, Ricky Henderson.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
He collected a base hit his first time up. Now a throw over. Morgan leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Runner goes for second. Pitch inside. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
One and two.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
A 1-2 pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. 2 out here and a runner at second. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. We played 2.5. It's now 1-0 Chicago. Bottom of the inning now, and next will be the pitcher, Jack Morris.
The pitcher, Jack Morris.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off here, but it's a cold strike 1. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Long run for the center fielder, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Johnny Bench.
And now in the box, Johnny Bench. First offering.
Hey, make no mistake about it, this lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
The MO of this pitcher in the early going is certainly establishing the inside part of the plate. He has been dominant. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat if a guy can effectively, consistently pitch inside like he is.
One out, nobody on. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Again, a 1-2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3.
This has not been
The
a
right
weekend to
fielder,
remember
number
for him.
19.
He's just been completely
Tony
lost at the plate, flailing
Gwynn.
all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
At the plate, Tony Gwynn. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Second home run early in the year as the Angels are back even now at 1 run apiece.
Hey, every once in a while, this speed guy will jump up and bite one. He absolutely crushed that baseball. Doesn't fit his usual tool description, but he can go deep if you leave one over the heart of the plate.
And that'll bring in the
Number
former
1,
top prospect,
second
Ozzie
baseman,
Albies. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Albies with a 1-1 count now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. We're through 3 here in Southern California, all even at 1 apiece. Welcome back to Anaheim as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the White Sox offense with their manager in between innings.
And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats.
Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
All right, Heidi, thank you. New inning set to get underway, and digging in is the big-time power threat, Willie Stargell.
Number 8, Willie Stargell.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is.
1-0.
The 1-0.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Lifted down the line in left, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Struck him out.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
In now, Reggie Jackson. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Morris gets the sign. Here's the 0-1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
The pitch.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
The 2-1.
Of course, there was a fastball.
Pitch on the way. Rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the lineup. Back to back to back. He's looking really sharp right now.
Into the box, Cal Ripken. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The windup and the 0-1. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. Off the rocks and gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. Second home run early in the year as the White Sox move ahead 2-1.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday. So you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
To the plate now, Alex Rodriguez. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. The 1-0 home. 2 out, nobody on. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. A bouncer to the left side, scooped up over to first, and that retires the side. White Sox able to add on thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-1 Chicago. Leading off the inning, it'll be Alex Rodriguez. They'll look to spark the offense and even things up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Here it comes. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
Standing in now, Matt Williams, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Now the 1-0. Misses for the second ball. Fouled away. And he fouls this one off. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Certainly not showing any signs of intimidation with
The
these
left fielder,
middle of
number
the
8,
order guys. That's
Albert
back-to-back Ks,
Bell.
and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
Into the box now, Albert Bell.
He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play.
Trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. '50th pitch of the game on its way. One run on 3 hits and no errors to this point for the Angels. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Angels are gone in order. They're down 2-1. Stepping up is Gary Carter. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Number 8, Gary Carter.
First delivery to him. Now that's popped up. Teixeira is there for it. He's got it 1 away.
The pitcher, number 21, Jose Fernandez.
Up next for Chicago, Jose Fernandez. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. A 1-ball, 1-strike count to the White Sox pitcher.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher, but sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Morris into the windup. Here's the 2-1. Ty Cobb will be next. Stopped by the post office to get stamps on the way to mailing in that swing. It's 3-2 now. Swing and a miss, got him reaching. He makes the throw to first, 2 down.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
So now to the plate, Ty Cobb. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. High in the air out to center field. Acuña's there for it. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. They lead it 2-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Angels offense with their manager between innings, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. And now, Mark Teixeira. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
High and deep to left center field. Looking up is the center fielder. Still ranging back. And it's gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 3 here in the early going as the Angels have come back to tie things at 2.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
And here's Ronald Acuña Jr. now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swing and a miss, and he's in control 0-2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-tying home run he just gave up, but I'm going to give him credit for not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
In now, Jack Morris.
as he grounds one briskly to short.
He's got it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher, Johnny Bench.
So next to bat will be Johnny Bench, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the pitch.
Kind of a surprise not to see a fastball in the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
Ball and 2 strikes to the Angels catcher.
Hey, I got to commend him a little bit. Lead-off homer, and now he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning without any further damage.
Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So a solo shot down the line in left, pushing him close to 400 at 391 for his career. And the Angels move out to a 3-2 lead.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
19, Tony Gwynn.
At the plate, Tony Gwynn. That's lifted the other way out to left. Henderson will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. I'll give the enthusiasm a 10, the dancing a 4. No shame, and you gotta love it. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Joe Morgan. Now here's the first offering. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. Man, and he's nowhere near that pitch. It's 2-2.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside. See if the fish are still biting.
Got him swinging in the dirt. Bench has it, and he makes the throw to first. Morgan is retired, and there's 1 away. Next to hit is Ricky Henderson. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. And the pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Morris is ready and delivers. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
And it's fouled away. Here's another 1-2. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Here now the 2-2. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Fouled off. Ready with another 2-2. Down the third baseline. And he goes to a knee to try to knock it down, but it's by him down the line.
Guys, you know what we call that? We call that turn and burn. That's a bullet single down the third baseline. Third baseman's not able to make that play, can't make that play. He's playing almost bunt defense, fearful of having to come get something. That ball was hit way too hard.
At the plate now, Willie Stargell, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Use the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back in there. And again a throw, and he'll dive back in. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball two. Now the 2-1 pitch. That's a strike to throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Standing in now, Reggie Jackson, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And before the 0-1 pitch, he'll step out of the box and get his bearings a bit. In the dirt. Throw goes over to third, and he nails him at third. Great throw. One hit in the inning, but that gets erased. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Angels 3 and the White Sox 2. And now here is Ozzie Albies. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Angels, the second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Fouled away. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take. And he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Alex Rodriguez stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. A ball and a strike.
Hey, that's a heck of a pitch right there. Big velocity up and in for a strike, too. I mean, you saw this guy flinch at the plate. He was thinking that buzzed the tower, but then to get it popped to strike is tough.
This is foul right side.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
A bouncer to the left side. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Stepping in now, Matt Williams, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The windup and the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's fouled away. Now a swing and a little tapper to the left of the mound. On to Stargell at first, and the side is retired. Angels go down 1-2-3. They're up 3-2. Seventh inning ready to roll, and here is Mr. October, Reggie Jackson.
No, you're only down 1 right here, but the exploding stuff that's coming out of the back end of a lot of teams' bullpens. I mean, just north of 95 plus, stuff diving all over the plate. It's gotten a lot tougher to scratch across runs against these teams' bullpens.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Pitcher's got options here. He looked a little bit out front. Might be able to rush a fastball by him.
Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Some stirring now in that Angel bullpen, as it'll be both a lefty and a righty that start to get loose. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Now the payoff pitch home. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2. And he lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Casey Sadler will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Number 65, Casey Sadler.
Cal Ripken will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. Pause, now the pitch.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in a 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
Quick check on that tying run at first. Jackson on at first, nobody out. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Going back is the right fielder to the track. And as is heard on television all throughout Chicagoland, you can't put it on the board. Yes! So a two-run homer down the line in right field, his second home run of the game, as they take the lead 4-3.
When this one left the bat, I thought it was going to be an easy out to right, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and the right fielder gave it a great effort and almost brought it back, but no dice.
Into the box, Alex Rodriguez. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He grounded out last time up. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs, nobody on. High in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder, and he makes the catch in the corner.
The catcher, number 8, Gary Carter.
Stepping in next, Gary Carter. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch of the AB now. Still only 1 out in the inning. Oh, got him a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. One and 2 to the White Sox catcher.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
The 1-2. Hit out towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Robinson Cano will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning.
Robinson Cano.
Has a look, now the pitch. Bounce towards the second baseman. To second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning.
It's time for the tradition.
2 in the inning for the Sox, however. They come on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's now 4-3 for the Southsiders. Claude Raymond will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Claude Raymond.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forth the rookie outfielder, Albert Bell.
Albert Bell.
First offering on its way. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, first baseman, Mark Teixeira.
Ready now for L.A., Mark Teixeira, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. Here's the first pitch to him. Slow roller left side. And there's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 14. Ronald Acuna Jr.
Now at the plate, here is Ronald Acuna, struck out in his last trip to the plate. Wheels and deals, here's the first pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Well, his team took the lead, and he's able to notch 2 outs, thinking he's going to shut him down here and preserve the lead. Not so fast. Batter comes up, laces a 2-out double, and is a base hit away from coming home to tie this thing.
Willie McGee will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 51, Willie McGee.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Willie McGee has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
So now to the plate, Johnny Bench, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Comes set, the 0-1.
Nope.
Ground ball left side. And that's going to be a base hit as the run comes in, and we've got ourselves a 4-4 ball game.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings. So that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. In now, Tony Gwynn. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Comes set, the 0-1. Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now. Here it is.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone. 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
The set and the 1-2 into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. He's in there at the plate, and they've taken the lead here in the 7th.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Row. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the 2nd inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
And stepping in, Ozzie Albies. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch.
0-1.
He's set, the 0-1. On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field. A base hit. The throw to the plate. But this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a 1-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Swinging a ground ball to third. Throw is in time, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. 8th inning coming up. It's the Angels 6 and the White Sox 4. Jumbo Chamberlain will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far.
Jumbo Chamberlain.
Ty Cobb will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Acuna's there for it. 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Joe Morgan.
Now at the plate, Joe Morgan. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
1 ball, no strikes to count. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Fouled off. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
Fouled away.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
The left fielder, number 24, Ricky.
So now into the box is Ricky Henderson. It was a base hit last time up. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate.
Big fastball is definitely this guy's MO coming out of the bullpen.
And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. The windup and the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. Score remains steady at 6-4. So now the Angels cleanup batter, Matt Williams, grounded out in his last at-bat.
Third baseman, Matt Williams.
Oliver Drake is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 48, Oliver Drake.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, great job pounding the zone. Strike 1. When you got a great hitter in the box, got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
And he falls behind 0-2. And another foul ball. Now another 0-2. High in the air out to center field. Cobb is right there, 1 down.
The left fielder, number 8, Albert Bell.
Into the box, Albert Bell. He bounced out last time up. He's set. Here it comes. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
At the plate, Mark Teixeira. No balls and 1 strike. Two out, nobody on. Here's a drive out toward the gap in left center. He's through first and hustling for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. Well, you can see why these fans are so excited about this rookie.
Yeah, Matt, just a nice piece of hitting by this youngster. Not only does it look like he's going to be a solid contributor, it looks like he may be an impact player at the big league level for years to come if he can continue to learn and develop. He looks good to me.
And now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
John Olerud will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Now the 0-1. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Now a swing and a bouncing ball for Joe Morgan at second. Throw on to first. He'll be in time, and a good chance for the Angels goes for naught as the side is retired. Angels strand a couple. They still lead it 6-4. Kent Teague comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Number 27, Kent Teague.
And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Willie Stargell. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
First offering. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Bell is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
The right fielder, number 44, Reggie Jackson.
Stepping in once again is Reggie Jackson, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Now the first pitch. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball upstairs here that runs it to 2-0. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
Cal Ripken gets another chance at the plate here as we look back at both of his home runs in this one. The second coming back in the 7th. He's ready. Now the pitch. He's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
At the plate now, Alex Rodriguez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
Well, just an excellent job right here closing this one out. He just collected the first save of his career. Got to start somewhere.
6-4 the outcome today. Los Angeles used a 3-run 7th to help propel them to the win. Casey Sadler claims the win out of the pen, his first. Kent Teague earns the save out of the bullpen, his first of the year. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Angels, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the White Sox, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 12 minutes. Our paid attendance at the Big A this afternoon, 45,477. The Angels once again thank you for attending today's game and remind you to please drive home safely.
Welcome, everyone. A very happy Easter to you from all of us here at Inside the Show. Let's recap how Saturday's games played out. In the AL Central, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 6-4. The Tigers bested the visiting Indians 3-2. The Rangers combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 3-1. The Twins took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 3-2. The Yankees combined to allow only 4 hits as they blew out the Jays 7-0. The Red Sox left fielder, number 26, added 3 RBIs to his total as the Red Sox claimed victory over the Orioles 5-2. The Oakland Athletics combined for a 4-hitter as they got the home victory against the Astros 7-2. Sammy Sosa launched 3 solo home runs, helping the Giants get by the Mariners 9-3. The Miami Marlins pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they beat the visiting Rays 5-2. The Braves allowed only 5 hits in the game as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 6-1. The Nationals totaled 11 hits as they got the best of the visiting Mets 3-2. The Pittsburgh Pirates went deep 4 times as they crushed the Cubs 7-0. Curt Schilling came away with a loss on the mound despite striking out 13 batters in the game. The Reds got the best of the visiting Redbirds 4-2. The Colorado Rockies combined to give up just 5 hits as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 4-1. The Diamondbacks picked up 14 hits in total as they secured a win in extra innings over the Padres 14-13. And that's the show for today. Once again, have a very happy Easter, everyone.